4 ideas on what to do on your active rest days so that you continue to burn excess calories and burn fat. Hey guys, I'm Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I have a really important topic to discuss with you guys, and that's what I want y'all to do on active rest days. And so every week you need at least 2 rest days where you're not lifting weights. All right, so let me define rest days. And basically it's a day where you're not pushing yourself really hard with resistance training. That's the key. We're talking about lifting weights, okay? So you need at least 2 days a week where you're not lifting weights. Personally, I take off 3 days a week, all right? I'm 61 years old and I can just feel my body, not responding very well if I don't take at least 3 rest days. Now let's talk a little more about what it means to do active rest, because you hear that term a lot. All right, so when I'm talking about rest days, I don't mean instead of going to the gym you're just sitting on the couch watching TV. All right, I want you to do something active. So cardio style exercise doesn't tax your central nervous system like lifting heavy weights and straining, giving 100% maximum effort, as you get to failure on a set. All right, so you can do cardio work and it can still be a rest day, and that's what makes it an active rest day. So it's really important, because most men think, okay, I need to let my muscles rest and recover and rebuild from the damage I did during the resistance training, the weightlifting, okay? And that is true. Your muscles need days to rest and repair and regrow. But the other thing that most men don't know about is your central nervous system gets worn down, okay? And it needs time to basically rest and recover, all right? And it can recover and rest even if you're out doing cardio type stuff, as long as you're not going really hard, like a high intensity interval training type of cardio. So I've got 4 ideas for you guys to do for your active rest days, plus a weird 5th one that I've been doing lately. And just a little hint, there's a reason why we're shooting this video in my garage. All right, so activity number 1 is just move, guys. And by moving, I mean you can just get out and walk. You can walk the dog, you can just walk by yourself. You can jog if you prefer a little more strenuous activity. Just move, all right? Now, when I say walking or hiking or jogging, it doesn't necessarily have to be aerobic, all right? So just a nice, fast-paced walk is going to get your heart rate up just a tiny bit, but it's not really going to get your aerobic system really going very hard. Same thing with walking the dog. For you guys that work in office buildings, walk the stairs. And it doesn't even have to be on your rest day. It can be on a normal day. All right, just get up from the computer and walk the stairs up and down. Don't do it so hard or fast that you start sweating, all right? I'm not asking you to get sweaty at work, okay? But just move. So if you're not going to the gym, I mean, the more movement, the better. And I don't care whether it's jogging or just walking or hiking. You might put a backpack on to make it a little more difficult. All of that is a fantastic way to burn calories, even though you're actually getting rest for your central nervous system and your muscles. All right, for you guys that live in a house, get out and mow the lawn. Do some yard work. Just get your basic chores around the house done. It might just be vacuuming or mopping or cleaning the house, working in the flower beds. It doesn't matter. All that is just kind of movement, all right? You're using your body to move around. You're not being sedentary. Real straightforward, guys. If you live in an apartment, all right, no, you can't go out and mow the lawn. You can't work in the flower beds, but you can clean the house. Spend an hour or so really getting the house clean. Mop the floors, vacuum the carpets, dust, all that stuff is active. All right, number 3 is a fun activity that not all you guys can do, but man, I love it, and that is golf. It's amazing how many calories you burn on the golf course. I really urge you guys to try to walk, all right, when you play golf. I know in the United States, it seems like everybody gets in a golf cart, all right? In Europe, I've been to Scotland to play golf. You have to have a doctor's slip saying that you need a golf cart. They won't give you a golf cart unless you have like a prescription written from your doctor. So almost everybody over in Europe walks when they play golf. Now, I get it. I live in Texas. It's 100 degrees outside all summer long, literally for 4 months. And in Scotland, it's 65 degrees all summer long. All right. So even when you're in a golf cart and you're out playing golf for 4 or 5 hours, you're burning a lot of calories because you're still walking a long way from the cart to the balls to the greens, you know, around the greens, back and forth. It's amazing how many calories you burn. And if you don't have time to play golf, go to the driving range. I've started doing that a lot here in Dallas because I'm not a member of a golf course and I'm not playing as much golf as I used to. And trust me, go get a large bucket of balls. You hit those at the range, hit 100 balls, you will be tired. I am tired after hitting 100 golf balls. Now, I don't know how many calories I'm burning, but I know my body is actually burning calories, all right? I'm feeling the stress, all right? But it's not so much so, I'm not taxing my central nervous system. I'm not putting a lot of undue stress on the muscles. It's just movement. It's just something that you're having to focus on, and it's burning calories. All right, so the 4th one, guys, is swimming. Now, the problem with swimming is it's easier said than done. Very few people have access to a lap pool. And I'm not talking about a lap pool at your house, because that's even more rare. But even you know, having access to a pool at a gym is still fairly rare, all right? But that's a fantastic way to burn calories and still give your central nervous system and your muscles a rest day, all right? But you can still go to a gym, or you can get on your bicycle at home, all right? Get on the bike. You don't have to just, you know, be Lance Armstrong out there, but just cruise around for 5, maybe 10 miles. That's a fantastic way to get active rest. And then if you go to the gym, you can get on the stationary bike and do the same thing. You can get on the Stairmaster. You can get on the elliptical. You can get on the rowing machine. And what I like to do all 4 of those at the gym, because I'll get bored just sitting on that elliptical for 20 or 30 minutes. Oh my God, that's so boring. So what I'll do is I'll do 5 minutes on the bike, then I'll go do 5 minutes on the rowing machine, and then I'll get off and go do 5 minutes on the Stairmaster, 5 minutes on the elliptical, and you can just keep rotating, go as long as you want. So that's a real great way to burn calories, actually get active rest, and you can do it as long as you feel you're still having fun. And my trick is, I used to listen to music when I was doing that, but I was still getting kind of bored, okay? This is what I started doing. I log on to the internet at my gym, and I pull up YouTube, and I start watching podcasts. And that makes the time fly way faster than just listening to music. So I follow all these different people on YouTube, all these podcasts, and I'll get really, you know, involved, you know, watching something, whether it's on the Stairmaster or the elliptical, it doesn't matter. You know, you've got it mounted right there on the platform in front of you. And before you know it, I mean, it's been 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, wow, it's just, time flies. That's a great idea, guys. All right, so the 5th one that I said was kind of weird was I've been working on my race car. So I can't advise you guys to go out and work on your race car on your active rest days. But let me tell you, this experience really shed some light on how important it is to just get up and move. So I've been trying to burn a few extra pounds of fat, and it really hadn't been coming off. And I'm thinking, well, dadgummit, I'm eating pretty clean, cleaner than normal. And I've been getting, you know, a little more aerobic exercise going than normal. And I've kind of just plateaued, all right? So I started doing some projects, all right? And I'll get in this garage of mine, and I'll work 4, 5, 6, sometimes 8 hours, all right? And, I mean, I get exhausted, tired, all right? So I built a whole new dash, And I know it doesn't look like much, but you know, you wouldn't believe how many times I had to put this in and take it out, put it in, take it out to get it fit right. And then redid the wiring harness, I rebuilt my switch box here. This is all new. I cleaned up the wiring harness behind my dash, made it much easier to work on, all right? I put this new race seat in. This is a road race seat with these wings that keeps me, you know, more secure and tight in the seat and not sliding around so much. You know, I'm gonna paint my door panels and some other things like that, but man, at the end of the day working in the garage, I would be so achy and sore. I was literally working for hours on my knees outside the car, bent over inside the car, all right? And it just wears you down. I'd have to take some anti-inflammatories like Aleve to be able to sleep at night. But guys, just doing these few little projects that I mentioned took me about 10 days, and I lost 3 pounds of fat. And that's the only thing different that I changed, all right, in my weekly schedule is I just started doing these little projects on my race car. And, you know, like I said, I've been plateaued at the same weight for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And I really wanted to lose, you know, some more fat. It just wasn't coming off, and boom. I worked on my race car and I lost 3 pounds of fat. All right, so there you go. 4 ideas on what to do on your active rest days so that you continue to burn excess calories and burn fat while still giving your body time to rest and recover. And remember, it's not just about allowing your muscles time to rest and recover. It's your central nervous system is just as important. And most people, you know, have never even really thought about that. So you got to move. That's the key. And I don't care how you're moving, so long as you're not sitting down. You can be working on a car or you can be on a stationary bike. It's still burning calories and it's still giving your body rest time. And then finally, guys, remember, you got to stick with it and never give up on yourself.